welcome to episode 11 of the Two Honest podcast with me, your host, Abby. What have I been up to recently? Honestly, not a lot. Lockdown, you are killing me. So this week's episode is all about breakups. I mean, they're never really easy, are they? And as it recently came to light, Kim and Kanye are getting a divorce. I don't know if it's like a weird manifestation thing, but whenever I set the topic for an episode, something always happens that goes viral the week before or like a day before. The one a couple of weeks ago, the food episode, was when the Weetabix tweet went viral, and now this week, breakups. Kim and Kanye are getting a divorce. Say what? Yeah, so what have I been up to really? So I have been watching Married at First Sight, obviously. The absolute drama of it. So for those who don't watch it, every week there is a commitment ceremony where the couples go to talk to a therapist and they give them advice and they talk about how the week's gone and stuff like that. And then at the end of the conversation, they have to say whether they want to stay or leave the relationship. If one person says stay, then they both have to stay, regardless of what the other person says, because the idea is that someone wants to stay in the experiment, so therefore you have to work it out. Not really how breakups happen, but you know. But I'm pretty sure if I said stay and someone else said leave, like how you just couldn't move on from that, could you? You know, I just don't think I could. And yeah, so they recently opened the applications for the UK version of Married at First Sight, which I have been tagged in and sent the article like a million times. Funny. Yeah, back to actual everyday breakups. Oh, actually, do you know what breakups reminds me of? A film scene. So I managed to relate a film scene to every single episode. Last week it was Matilda and this week it's Legally Blonde. So there's a scene in it where Reese Witherspoon thinks she's going to get proposed to, but in actual fact her then boyfriend Warner is he has taken her out for a meal to dump her. And yeah, she goes into this like wallowing self-pity mode, and then she has the biggest glow up ever. She tries to win him back by getting a law degree because she thinks that's what he wants. And in doing so, she just becomes the baddest bitch ever. And do you know what? Glow ups are so real. So real. I mean, if someone glows up after a relationship has finished, yeah, we know where the problem lies. Savage. I would love to break up with lockdown, but to tell you a statistic that has come around by relate.org.uk, to do with lockdown and breakups, 1 in 7 couples, lockdown made them realise their relationship is over. Like, how horrible is that? Just like, because you're spending extra time with this person, it's made you realise that it's done. Oh, the heartbreak. Yeah, but so for those of you that know me, know that I was broken up with last year, the beginning of last year. And yeah, so like I want to kind of tell little parts of my story that are funny. Well, I think they're funny. I'm not so sure if you'll find them funny. So I'm one of those people who kind of has to fill in gaps with humour, or I don't know, I'm just I can't just let things play out. So last year I was broken up with by my boyfriend at the time. We had been together for like 6 years, so it was a long time. And we lived together at the time, and he had spent the night somewhere else. The next day he came back with bagels. Aren't bagels just great? I like, it's so awkward. I just hate that. I just hate any kind of awkwardness. And like the anticipation, obviously it's the only thing that's been on my mind all night. Like, are we gonna break up? Are we not? I don't know. So the thing that I say is this brunch and breakup? Oh my god, so cringe. Yeah, turns out it was. Safe to say I lost my appetite for those eggs and bagels. But, you know, I can laugh about it now. I definitely was not laughing about it at the time, but 100%, like, I think everything happens for a reason, and now looking back, it was absolutely the best decision. Absolutely 100% agree with what happened. So yeah, I to be honest, because we were together for so long and we do have a lot of mutual friends, we are kind of friends. Well, I recently read a book which described it so perfectly. So the book I recently read was The Panic Years by Nell Frizzell. I think I'm saying her name correct. But it reads as follows. When you have spent your entire 20s with another person, first as friends, then as lovers, then as companions, it can come as a bit of a shock to realise that you have absolutely no idea who you are without them. What you eat, when you sleep, who you know, what you own, how you talk, what you watch, where the Hoover lives, what time you wake up, what you'll do for your birthday, what you find funny, whether you like your cutlery, if you can fix your bike, how you do your job, how you dress, who you trust, what you listen to, what you remember, even just what you like. You don't know any of it anymore. You have no idea who you are, because for the greater part of your adult life, you have been with another person. Their taste became your taste, became theirs, became yours, became you, became them. God, I feel like this is a bit of a therapy session. Since the breakup, you know, I've become way more confident. Like, I never would have done this podcast before. I've met so many incredible people. I obviously knew how great all my friends were before, but I think breaking up just made me realise just the amazing people that I have in my life. And yeah, just I've done so many things that I wouldn't have done before. I went travelling on my own. I met some great people there as well. And, you know, I guess I did have a little mini glow up. You know, lost a bit of weight. My skin's looking fine. Yeah. um, yeah, so he is in a new relationship now. In summer last year, the first time I was seeing all of our friends together with them also at the same event. So obviously, like, the first time is going to be so awkward. Like, even if you're really over that person, even if you are 100% healed, I just think it's always going to be awkward. And yeah, so I mean, it's episode 11. You know something's going to go wrong, don't you? So it was a friend's birthday, and I had stayed at another friend's house, and I think it must have just been for a weekend, but I got in the shower, and when I got out of the shower, I was getting dressed, and you know when you put jeans on, but your legs are slightly, ever so slightly wet. It's like so gross. But yeah, I did that. And as I was pulling up my jeans, which was the only pair of jeans I had that weekend, the zip kind of undid itself. So it broke. How am I supposed to show everyone that I have got my life together and that I'm doing just fine when my zips just broke and I've got no other pair of trousers? What I had to do, this is so ridiculous, but what I had to do is I had to, wearing the jeans that were broken, so I couldn't do them up properly, or like just massive gaping open. Worse like the skinny jeans as well, because it gaped open even worse. Yeah, I had to go and find some emergency jeans, and let me tell you, jean shopping at the best of times is not good. It's terrible. Yeah, so I eventually found a stretchy pair of jeans and went on to this friend's birthday like nothing had happened. How embarrassing. Just meant to have my life together. Yeah. I mean, it could have been totally worse. Like, that could have happened whilst I was there because it was like a picnic. So imagine if that had happened during rounders. But yeah, do I have some top tips? Let me think. I mean, obviously I'm in a great place now. Obviously. I want to give 3 top tips for getting over heartbreak. So the first one is no contact. Absolutely no contact. You cannot be friends straight away. That is, no, it can't happen. I'm sorry, but it can't. I mean, maybe one day in the future you could be friends, but like straight away, you just need to rip off the plaster. Just no contact. Just, yeah. My second one is to journal everything, because honestly, I did, and firstly, it helped me sleep better because I could getting all my thoughts out and stuff, because you just think about it over and over again. It's horrendous. Yeah, so make sure you journal. And also, sometimes I read back now and I'm like, wow, Abby, what the hell? I honestly, do you know what? If you knew me whilst I was going through that breakup, you did not know me. You do not know me, no. God. And then third is to lean on your support bubble. Like, it's so important to have people around you that you trust and that you can talk to. I felt like I was annoying people so much because I was just so hurt and like so upset, and yeah. But do you know what? My friends are amazing, and I hope that you guys also have amazing friends. If you just want to reach out, then feel free. So my Cheer Up Tuesday recommendation this week is some Instagram accounts, or to the guys I've dated. There's also to the girls I've dated, to the gays I've dated. So they are funny, cringy, and real letters from people to their exes, and basically people submit stories to these people through DM and stuff, and then they post the letters. And do you know what? Some of them are absolutely hilarious. I mean, some of them are cute, but some of them are so funny. AKA this one. Dear Creep, no, on our first virtual date, I didn't like how you were sneakily taking screenshots whenever you saw my hands on screen, and then confessing to me that you have a thing for hands and feet. So long, weirdo. B. And there's always so much drama on them. Like this one. CJ, are you going to tell your wife you cheated on her with me on your honeymoon in Thailand while she was napping off jet lag? Or shall I? LMK. Oh, that means let me know. Oh my god. I'm such a millennial. You know what? Recently on TikTok and Twitter and stuff, it's come about that you are old if you wear skinny jeans, aka me. You have a side parting, aka me. There's no limits to how that side parting can go, to be honest. Um, and also if you use the laughing face emoji, also me. I feel so attacked right now. Yeah, so go check out those Instagram accounts. So on Radio 1, Nick Grimshaw on some of his shows he has done a little segment called Petty Exes, which I absolutely love. I love hearing the stories, but one story that stuck with me is this couple had broken up, and I think the guy was going on holiday, and so it was a great time for the person to go and collect their things. And while she was doing so, she basically put grass seed literally everywhere and turned the heating up full blast. So the whole place was covered in growing grass. Man, that is so petty. I mean, it's so obvious who did it, obviously. And yeah, so I did some research into the most petty stories that I found. And did you know you can send a little gift to your dumper? So a little glitter bomb. Imagine having to clean that up. I mean, obviously that's the point. Obviously. There were other people. So someone remembered they had a spare car key, and I think they like worked in the same place or something, and they would go out on like lunch break. When they knew the other person was in a meeting, they would move the car and park somewhere else, so then at the end of the day they'd be so confused, like, where's my car gone? Oh, that's so petty. I love it. Just to FYI, none of these were me. 0 were me. You got the people who basically move where you are on Netflix series when you still know their password to Netflix. I found a top tip on this whilst I was researching for this episode. And if you want to stay on their account, then basically change your name to settings and then change the picture to like, you know, the settings picture, so like the cogwheel. Yeah, they won't even bat an eyelid. What a good top tip. Yeah, I definitely removed myself from Netflix. Okay, so now it's the segment of the episode where we talk about the reasons people broke up with them. There's so many funny ones. Obviously, I haven't got any serious ones. But now's a good time to share my announcement. Ding, ding, ding. It's not me, it's you. Wait, have I said that right? No. For God's sake. I've actually lost the plot. It's not you, it's me. Yeah, it's not you, it's me. So I am going to make the episodes every other week going forward. And the reason for this is I absolutely love doing the podcast. I love it. But I have like a really cool project coming up, and yeah, so I kind of need a little bit more time between episodes because obviously it's quite hard fitting everything into my life. I do have a full-time job as well, and obviously the episodes, and then you have to edit the episodes, and then the social media side of the episodes, because I absolutely love reading your stories that come in, love it so much. But I really think that the episodes could be extra good if I interact more with you guys as well. So yeah, I will see you every other week, and thank you so much for listening so far. I really appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully you'll come back to my other episodes. So this means that the next episode will be the 9th of March, and the episode is gonna be on, as it's really close to Mother's Day, it's gonna be on our mums. Yeah. So I look forward to seeing you there. But let's backtrack a sec to the reasons why people broke up with each other that are really funny. I mean, for the love of God, if you're breaking up with someone, do not tell them that you're unsure about your decision. That's just a little sprinkling of top tip there, because that's annoying. Don't do that. Okay, so here's a few that I have found. He broke up with me because I made him see Twilight. In reality, I said, "Hey, do you want to go see Twilight?" And he said, "Sure, what time?" I didn't even really want to see it. It just seemed really funny at the time. Well, The next one is, years ago, my brother once broke up with a girl because he couldn't get over her large forehead. Wow. I feel attacked. I do have a large forehead, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna own it, because, I can't shrink it, can I? Maybe it's because my brain is so big. Oh my god, I literally nearly bombed when I read this one earlier. His toenails were so long they clicked on the floor like a dog. Ew. Ew. That is so gross. You would not know that about them when you started dating, because I guess if they wear socks. Ugh. So there's so many of these. I asked her if she wanted food. She said no. Right as the food came, went to the bathroom, came back, and my effing burger was gone. Oops, sorry. I'm a little hungry. I mean, Jerry Tribbiani from Friends, is that you? I would never be that girl, just FYI, in case if any suitors are listening to the podcast. I will order everything and more. So this person said one guy ate like a T-Rex. He would keep his elbows by his side while he ate and leaned over to get his food off his fork. Oh my god, why are so many things in my podcast episodes related to dinosaurs, for God's sake? She had the same name as my sister. I liked her and tried, but I just couldn't do it. Oh yeah, there's no way. If any guy matches with me called my brother's names, or my stepdad's name, or my dad's name, immediately no. Immediately. Oh, another one, which I can relate to so much because this is flipping annoying. Every time I yawned, she thought it was hilarious if she stuck her finger in my open mouth. Please, this is something you do when you're like 11 years old. That's so ridiculous. I don't have a funny review this week like I usually would have. I just haven't found one to do with this topic. I mean, I guess we can't really rate our ex's TripAdvisor style. How cool would that be, though? I mean, that is serious Black Mirror territory right there. Imagine. I will mark this person 3 out of 5. Oh, God. Thanks for listening to this week's episode. And don't forget, I'm not here next week, but I'm here the week after. Going forward, every 2 weeks. I mean, I know you're going to miss me. It's okay. So I will see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks for listening. Bye.